fans. Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, you know what the day is. Yes, it's Saturday, so it's Slashback Saturday. So, for this Slashback Saturday challenge, Joe the Horror Man said that since last week when was Father's Day, we had to come up with not patriotic, slashers that have a father figure in them, and what better movie than to talk about for Slashback Saturday than 1980, I think it was, when did this come out? 1987's The Stepfather. Now, The Stepfather was a 1987 American psychological horror film that was directed by Joseph Rubin. Stars the great Terry O'Quinn from Lost, Jill Scolerin, and Shelley Hack. Now, Quinn plays an identity-assuming serial killer who marries a widow with a teenage daughter. Having killed his previous family and changed his identity, his murderous tendencies continue after his stepdaughter becomes suspicious of him. Now, this film was loosely based upon the life of mass murderer John List, although the plot is more commonly associated with slasher films of the era than the true story. The film was written by Donald E. Westlake, from a story by Westlake, Carolyn Leftport, and Brian Garfield. It received an unwritten credit from David Lowery. Now, the film was theatrically released on January 23rd, 1987, in the United States. It grossed $2.4 million at the box office and well received by critics. It has since gained a cult following. It's followed by two sequels, The Stepfather 2 and The Stepfather 3. Stepfather 2 came in 1989, and Stepfather 3 came in 1982. And the remake, also called The Stepfather, was released on October 16th, 2009. Now, what's great about this particular slasher film is that we really don't know what this guy's true name is, because his identities are all fake. We don't know who his true identity is. We don't know where he came from, how he grew up. All we know is that he has this obsession with being a family man. You know, he has a wife, he has a child, and he definitely is set on family values to the extreme. Anytime when the family doesn't meet expectation, he murders them. That's what the film opens up when we see him changing his appearance, and when we see him leave, we see that the whole family has been murdered. And this one, he's calling himself, Henry Morrison. He calls himself Henry Morrison in his film, but we all know that's not his real name. It's just an identity he assumes. And, you know, that's what makes this film so great, is that the fact that Terry O'Quinn, who plays Henry, is so great at masking his true identities. Unfortunately, once he can't control the family or don't meet his insane expectations, he murders them. Now, this was a sleeper hit back in the 80s. It came out in 87, and a lot of people didn't know about it at the time. But I remember when I first watched it in the theater, I said, wow, this is a very good slasher film. We have good performances by Terry O'Quinn. Let's see, Shelley Hack and Jill Scolerin, they were pretty good as well. I thought everyone did a pretty good job in their roles. We get some decent kills in this one as well. And it turns out to be kind of a slasher film. Like I said, it was loosely based on the mass murder of John List, but it plays more like a slasher film. But I really did enjoy the film. If you have not seen The Stepfather or The Stepfather 2 or The Stepfather 3, I highly recommend that you watch those three. Now, in The Stepfather 3, Terry O'Quinn does not come back in the third one. It's played by a different actor, but it's still based upon the same premise. I highly recommend you do not watch the remake of The Stepfather. It is a typical PG. Oh boy, you know what I'm talking about. Just for some reason they decided to make a remake, and it was definitely not as good as the original. So there you have it. That's my Slashback challenge for Father's Day, The Stepfather. Now, next weekend is pretty interesting. Joe has decided that since next weekend is Independence Day, he has decided that we're going to do one-off slasher film. A slasher film that only has one entry. It has one entry, has no remakes at all. No remakes, no sequels. Just a one-time film. It's going to be very difficult to find them. Because almost every slasher I've seen wind up with sequels or it's been remade. So it's going to be some deep research to find one-off slasher films. So that's my video for the day, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Also, all my social media links will be in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember, horror rules. I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.